Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Saturday the 21st of December. I thought I'd give you an update on the tanks I've been making, and apologise for the awful video that I did the other day. Unfortunately, I didn't know the actual setting on the camera was set for portrait. So if you do watch the video, if you put it on portrait, take it off rotate, you should be able to watch it without any problem on your phone. I have done, but because I don't edit, I didn't notice the problem because I went in the house, watched the video on my phone, thought it was okay and sent it out. I think it's best way of doing it, because if I have got a problem then at any time with what I'm doing, because I'm sending it out the day I do it, and there's an issue, people can get in touch with me and stop me doing anything else. I think when people send them out a month or 6 weeks after they've done them, how couldn't they get any help if they've got something wrong? So I do quite like doing it this way, but I do have my issues with my technology knowledge. I did fail on trying to edit other day. I was watching somebody editing, showing you how to do it. But basically this is an update on the black tank. Obviously you can see I put some fish in it. What I was doing, I was leak testing and pressure testing, and the small valve in the bottom where I pumped the water in when I was releasing the mould, all I've done is put a little brass grommet, if you like, or screw, whatever you want to call it. I think it's the end of the blank end of a radiator. I've screwed that in. I've only screwed it in hand tight, and the water level is up like that. Obviously we're on a slope because I'm on my drive, but there's no bowing in the tank, none at all. So that's okay. There's no leakage. It's been done for over an hour now and I've lost no water at all, even with such a simple fix for regards that joint there. But the fish, these are the guys who are going to move into here with the other one that's in the pond, the Japanese kajaku, but these are actually Sri Lankan fish. And I got, obviously anybody who's watched me videos, they will know that these were only about 3 centimetres when I got them. And I've heard since that Sri Lankans don't cull, they just send them out, and I suppose that's why they're so cheap. These were, I think, were £4 each, but they're looking well. They're all bought at the same time, but you always get one that eats a lot more than others. But hopefully these will be able to live through the winter in this, but I'm going to move them inside. If you watched the video the other day, you'll know I've got the black lid with the dowels in what I put on there. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a piece of Perspex or something very similar, and I'm going to put that over them. Whether I joint it so I can open part on it up, I'm also going to get a light, and I'm thinking, I'll just show you, these pipes here are central heating pipes for outfit living room, and I'm thinking if I pull the insulation off and put the tub up against the side of that, there'll be some heat coming out on it, because we do have to have heating on most of the time. But up in the far corner there's it'd be on 2 sides, because it comes across that wall and then down this side. So I don't know, it'll warm it up a bit, it'll definitely stop it freezing, but I don't think it will freeze in the garage anyway. But all this is a quick update on saying that these are capable of holding this water. I was a bit shocked actually when I put the bung in the bottom that it had only finger tight and it's held it with no problem at all. But they seem quite happy, they don't seem bothered about it, but I am going to move them back obviously into the other pond until I get everything cleared, ready for them to come in. But a nice piece of perspex over top. And if anybody can tell me what the best light would be to put over the top, whether they thought I ought to put a bit of a heat light lamp in, or I have got a spotlight. I'll just get that. I have got one of these spotlights, but just to give them some light during the day. It's not going to make a lot of difference to me electric bill because I have got solar panels, but quite happy to see them going round in this. I'm sure there's enough water in here because their pond's only 19 inches deep. And I do realise I watched Gaz's live and ended up getting a bit of a comment through, and Gaz thinks that I ought to change my picture on my YouTube because it is a skull. But because I like to do everything myself, and obviously I didn't do that, but what happened, my son, we was going to an Halloween party, my son made me up, and that is makeup, it's not a mask I've got on that skull face. And I was impressed with it, and I thought it'd be something different, but I do agree with Gaz, it does look like you're going to watch a horror show when you see the face, but we'll change that one day, I suppose. But and I also were listening to some of the questions and the comments about fishing, one thing and another, and as most people know who have subscribed, I do like to grow my fish from small to as much as I can. But there seems to be, we start talking about that, then all of a sudden we start talking about fish that have got to be massive, and we drift away from the fact that a lot of people like to start with little fish and they're not bothered how big they get. They like them to look nice, they like them to get bigger, which I do. But at the end of the day, there's something that you've bought, you're going to love, you're going to grow on. Hopefully you do get a grand champion one day, but I can't see it. But I've become a bit enveloped into the culture now because obviously I'm going to try and grow fish a bit bigger. I'm going to build some ponds. I didn't mention it last time, but the one I'm building on the front garden, it's going to be 5 foot, be I think 40 inch now. I'm going to make it a bit deeper, but I'm not going to build it like I've just built the tubs. It's too expensive. I'm only going to have one off of that size, so it's not as if I can build a pattern and then a mould and then build several off it. It's not going to happen. So it'll just be one of that size, and I've got a new idea for doing it. I've not seen anybody do it the way I think I'm going to do it. But obviously, if you keep watching the channel, we'll see if it works. I'm hoping it will do, but if it don't, it's only cost me, it's not cost anybody else. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, and hopefully you see this one and then go back and look at the other one, and you can set your camera to portrait or your phone to portrait so you can actually watch them. But thanks for watching, and if I don't do another one, I'll see you after Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye.